friend Don Lewis, coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Magenta. And Magenta has a question about yoga. And this is a follow-up question to an earlier vlog about physical activity and metaphysics, and how physical activity can be used in metaphysical ways. And Magenta's question is, how would yoga figure into this? And she says that she's been trying to learn yoga and had always thought of it as being an exercise system, but lately she's been exposed to materials that seem to tie it to chakras and energetics, and hence her question. And my answer to this is that in recent years, yoga has become very popular in the Western world as a form of exercise, but this is not its origin, and certainly not its exclusive nature. Yoga originates in Hinduism and Jainism and Buddhism, and which one has had it longer is probably a question that we don't really want to address in this short format, but it's current in all three of these systems and has many different schools of thought in the East, but all of them are metaphysical in character. And yoga has always been involved with the chakras, with the energy of the body, and with affecting these in physical ways. It is probably the preeminent way in which physical exercise and activity can be used for psychic and spiritual development. Very often in the West, this part is left out to make it more palatable to people who do not come from a spiritual background. And many people who practice it, even at advanced levels, probably don't realize that this is normally an aspect of yogic practice, but it absolutely is. This is why, not too terribly long ago, Pat Robertson denounced it in very intolerant terms, because he realizes that's a metaphysical system. However, if you're using it only for exercise, well then it isn't necessarily still a metaphysical system, but you might get metaphysical benefit from it. We would have to ask people who have done that. However, in terms of using it in its metaphysical way, it's very effective and very advanced. However, it also requires a great deal of dedication and, obviously, the ability to physically do it, which not everyone can quite manage. Particularly people with various motor difficulties, for example. However, having said that, everyone could do some yoga and benefit from it, not necessarily the more advanced parts. So this is also very similar to the popularity of acupuncture in the Western world, which is also often shorn of its metaphysical characteristics in order to make it more palatable to people who are not of a spiritual background, because acupuncture too is a metaphysical system. I've heard people try to say it works with nerve endings, whereas it actually works with chakras and meridians. And this has always been the understanding of acupuncture, and it's very effective. But for a Western audience, it often has to be repackaged. And the fact that it is repackaged for many people does not change the fact that it still is in its origin a metaphysical system, and a highly effective one, both yoga and acupuncture. And I highly recommend studying both. So those would be my thoughts on the matter. I hope you find them helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be.
Hello, my name is Cher Davis, and I'm greeting you from Jacksonville, Florida. Please join me as I lift my prayer to the God and Goddess. I pray for peace. I pray for love. I pray for stability. I pray for the nation where I live. I pray for the world. So mote it be.